Hi folks, welcome to another video here in the Microsoft Sim. This will be a first impressions look at the aircraft on your screen. This is the SimWorks Studios Zenith CH701 STOL. That's quite a mouthful, isn't it? I might just call it the Stolly Bird. Why am I doing a first impressions of this one more than a year after it was released, I hear you ask? Good question. I'm doing a first impressions because this video will literally be the first time I've flown the aircraft. I've only just added it to my virtual hangar because it's on sale, 50% off at the marketplace. And I thought that represents pretty good value considering what we know about SimWorks Studios. They've got a little bit of cred via their Kodiak, which I have and have featured in a number of videos and very impressed by it, and by their most recent release, which at the time of shooting this video is the Vans RV14. I don't currently have that, but may pick it up at some point in the future. So yeah, today we're flying the CH701, the Stolly Bird. We begin our journey in a place called Katoomba, which is to the west of Sydney, a region known as the Blue Mountains. Lovely part of the world. Where we end up today, I'm not so sure. Let me jump inside. When I fire this thing up here, I wanted to get some power onto the aircraft. There will be a destination plugged in, a destination called the Oaks, which is a little GA field sort of southwest of Sydney. I was familiar with it back in the day, IRL. Whether we get there or not, I don't know. I just basically want to suck it and see here a little bit, just take the aircraft for a bit of a fly, do a little bit of off-airport stalling work, give it a go. And yeah, that's kind of the plan. It won't be a long video, I don't think, folks. I'm joined by the lovely Jude, as always. How are you, bird? Bird? How are you, lovely? I shouldn't be calling you a bird. That's a bit... Well, that's not very respectful, is it, Jude? And you know, if there's one thing I have for you, it's respect. You're not convinced by that look? Anyway, nice to have you on board, Jude. And nice to... have the virtual viewers on board as well. How do we get this thing started, folks? No idea. Master on. That'll be a start. Oh, I hear a nice little sound there. That's pretty cool. Probably need to get some fuel happening. Fuel on both. Maybe crack the throttle a bit. That'll help. Much more required. I didn't realise I had the lights on. I don't need all those lights on. Instrument lighting, don't really need. Strobe, radios, fuel pump. Oh, if I take that off, that gets rid of that sound. That's nice. Yeah, as I said, the destination is the Oak. No, it's not 64 miles. That's the direct track. Is it? It's definitely not 3 nautical miles from where we are. It's a bit further than that. Anyway, doesn't matter, folks. We'll get this thing started. If I can get the mouse to work. Oh, there we are. That's alright. Sounds pretty good. Got the doors off. This livery comes doorless. Who needs doors, hey? That sounds alright. My ears are not exactly up to professional audio quality these days. They never were. But that sounds okay to me. Yeah. Alright. I'll get myself sorted here controller-wise, folks. We'll take off and head out into the mountains and, yeah, do some stalling. Alright, let's get those flaps happening on stage. Back here, and there, we're ready, good to go. Give it a bit of juice. Which will get airborne pretty bloody quickly, eh? Airspeed's alive, a little bit of left boot to keep us on the centre line. She wants to fly, that's for sure. Away we go. Bit of a breeze here. There we go. We'll just avoid those power lines. Flaps coming up. Away we go. Come back on the juice. Maybe back to 5,000, something like that. Oh, you get some nice wind sounds there, having the door open. That's what you would expect. Would be quite noisy up front. Bring that power back. Yeah, fighting a little bit of a breeze here. So what we're going to do is find a spot to land. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a lot of great areas here. This part of the Blue Mountains, a little bit light on for suitable landing areas. But we're going to create one. Don't you worry about that. As old Sir Johannes used to say. He was a politician here in Australia, for those unfamiliar. Speaking of politicians in Australia, we're currently in the middle of a federal election campaign. Those of you in other parts of the world, essentially selecting our next national government, and therefore our next national Prime Minister. Of course it's a national Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is a national role. That was a redundant use of the word national. There's some green down there. Someone's yard. I'm going to try and land in that. This will be a bit of a challenge. That bit of grass down there, folks, I think that qualifies as stole. Right, let's get ourselves slowed right down here. Oh, we're going to struggle to make that, aren't we? Yeah, we're going to have to go around. We'll come back the other way. It'll probably help us to land into the wind anyway. Getting down to 40 miles an hour. It's getting a little bit slow, I reckon. We'll come back, avoid the trees. This is just an old bloke having a bit of fun, folks. There's no rhyme nor reason here other than to check out a stole aircraft by doing stole. Probably pretty poorly. Is that where it was? Was that the backyard? No. Oh, we started poorly. We've lost sight of what we wanted to do here already. I don't think that was the yard I was looking for, was it? No, it's back up there. Let's try that again. I'm determined to get this thing on the ground. Well, there's a road over there. There's probably a better chance of getting her in. Bloody Nora, here we go. There's no way I can get that in there. Third time lucky. Or unlucky as the case may be. I'm determined to get this thing on the ground. So the handles pretty well, I've got to say, in terms of a first impression of its handling. It's nice. Nice and smooth and kind of as responsive as you would think an aircraft like this would be. I'm just having trouble not having track IR and that sort of stuff with the views. Having a lot of trouble orientating myself here. Yeah, I'm really going to struggle to orientate myself where I want to actually get this aircraft into. I'm just losing sight of the landing ground. So we're going to go around. We're going to go somewhere else. There's a nice pickup there. Go full juice. Go somewhere else and make my life a little bit easier, man. Look somewhere else for a spot. That's what I mean about the views, kind of having to use the keys to sort of... In real life, you're moving your head. You've got your head on a swivel. It's a lot easier. I've got a very limited perspective here in terms of peripheral vision, all that sort of stuff. I am making excuses, that is correct. Is there a golf course somewhere up here? I'm guessing there is. Right, I did see a stretch of green over here. About a 10 o'clock position. You see that one? Over there. That's a golf course. There we go. Right on cue. There's a fairway over there. Well, there's actually quite a number of fairways. But the one at about 9 o'clock is the one I want. Try and keep this view for a little while, I think. Try and drag him in. Keep an eye on the airspeed indicator. This looks like a par 4 or maybe a long par 3 of some sort. just change views. Now we'll cut the power, we'll just drop her in. Uphill, which will help. It's 50 miles an hour. We're not going to land into the breeze. Alright, brakes on. There we go. Love it. That's what this aircraft's all about. Well, this class of aeroplane's all about. We got there eventually, folks. I'll try a takeoff from this fairway. Gee, someone needs to get the mower out at this golf course. She's a bit hairy, isn't it? Talking to the golf course, not you, Jude. Here we go. Full juice, away we go. We can get airborne, I reckon. And we are. Beautiful. We'll just scoot over the top of these houses. Nice bit of water here as well. Now this thing does come with skis and floats if you're into that. If you're into that caper, folks. Fighting that breeze again. Let's try a stall. Give ourselves a little bit of vertical space. Got to put it straight into the wind here. We'll get up to about 3,500 and then we'll see what a stall's like. Oh, that's close enough. Come right off the power now. Beautiful vista appears before us. The valleys of the mountains. Just trying to keep us level, speed's bleeding off. More and more back pressure. More and more back pressure. More back pressure. We should stall pretty soon, I would imagine. Holding the stick all the way back. There's the stall. We're going to let it develop. Break the stall. Try and come out of it. Yep. Well, the residents now have a new monument in their yard. Folks, I'm going to leave the video there. Look, I've had a few videos in like that. I could redo the whole video and present a perfect view of first impressions and all that sort of stuff. That's my screw up, folks. I did the stall from a very low altitude, let it develop deliberately to give myself a challenge in recovering. I wasn't up to the challenge, and now Jude has her shins firmly planted in the backyard of this home. Folks, first impressions of the aircraft are actually really positive. It was good fun, bit of nonsense. I'll enjoy flying this aircraft, hopefully with a little bit more skill in future videos. Anyway, thanks for your company, folks, and we'll see you next time.